Alright, welcome back. Today we're going to be starting a new part. Our goal is to be able to create a cube that we can then simply tell SOLIDWORKS the volume of the cube, and it will draw it to the appropriate shape and tell us what all the sides need to be. I'm going to start off by making myself a sketch. I'm going to throw it on the top plane. Simple center rectangle to get myself started. I'm going to grab my smart dimension tool. I'm going to dimension this side. I really don't care about the length at the moment. I'm just looking at relabeling the name. So I'm just going to call this side L for side length so I can recognize it later. Going to select this side, I'm going to hold Control down, select the top, tell it that these two are going to be equal. Good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up into my equations menu at the top. Equations isn't up. You can search for it and just type in equations. It'll pop up for you. I'm going to add a global variable. Just going to call this one side L to keep things simple. Come over here under the value and just click it. It pops it in for me. I got a green tick mark, which means that everything looks good. Computer's happy with this so far. Gonna click OK. Gonna reselect my sketch so it's highlighted, and now we're going to extrude it. It's just a boss extrude, but I created a global variable, so I don't need to use just a solid value. So I can say equals, and as I start to type side L, it pops up as an option. So equals side L. Hit the green tick mark. There you go. It just created my nice little cube for me. So now what I'm going to do is create an Excel spreadsheet table so I can change the side of this cube. Actually, first, I'm going to label the sides, make it easier for me to keep track of what's going on here. Oh, do not want a sketch. I want a smart dimension here off on the side. I don't want any tolerances. Another smart dimension here on this side. Once again, no tolerances. And a smart dimension on the bottom. Once again, no tolerances. There we go. This will make it easier for me to keep track while I'm changing the shape of this cube so I can see what's actually happening to it. All right, going to go up into the top here under Insert, scroll down to Tables. Going to choose my Excel design table. And I'm going to leave all these standard. This green tick mark. It's going to ask me, what do I want to bring in? I want my side L. That's why I labeled it. Be easy to track down later. That's all I need. And go down a couple lines. Just going to type in volume. Tab over, and we're going to start off with something real easy. We're just going to say 8. So now I'm going to come up here where I have this random length that I first drew. And instead of a random length, I'm going to put in an equation. So that's now going to equal power, open bracket, of this cell here, comma, 1/3, close my bracket. So what it did is it just took the cube root of 8. Cube root of 8 is 2. So it calculates it real quick and easy for me. So now I can type in any value, and when I click out, it should automatically adjust my cube. So here we'll try clicking out of it. Might take just a second to calculate. Boom, there we go. 2 by 2 by 2. That would have a volume of 8. Now I can go back in and I can edit that table. So it's under Edit this time. Excel Design Table. Edit Table. Takes a second to load up. I don't want to bring any other variables into the table, just keeping it simple. So where it said 8, I'm just going to say 27. Just play around with easy numbers. Now when I click outside of it, It should recalculate each of the lengths to 3. There we go. Try one more, just have some fun with it. Edit table. Under my volume, once it lets me, let's type in 1,000. Cube root of 1,000 is 10. Let's click back on our drawing. It's going to recalculate. And there you go, 10 by 10 by 10. We type in a volume, it creates a cube, and it calculates the length of each side. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're having a good day.